Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the latest drama involving MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul surrounding their new Lunchly product that they announced a couple of days ago now. So for MrBeast, obviously, he's already pretty much completely covered in drama and controversy over the last few months. And even recently, he started seeing lawsuits from contestants on his new show project with Amazon called Beast Games for unsafe working conditions and basically being mistreated and whatnot. But a couple of days ago, we got an announcement that MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul were all going to be teaming up like the YouTube Avengers to drop a new product, okay? So obviously, these guys are all entrepreneurs at this point. Logan Paul, KSI, they're doing their prime drink. And MrBeast has been doing his, like, Feastables candy bars and stuff. So, this new Lunchly product that's been announced, apparently, it's just like a Lunchable, but they claim it's better. You know, like the little pre-processed meals and whatnot that basically are for, like, school children mostly. But I'm not gonna lie, even as an adult, I could probably fuck up a nacho platter. But they announced this new product. It's coming in turkey stack'ems, the pizza, and Fiesta nachos, which, I mean, that just tells you everything. Basically, they're trying to make, like, their own version of Lunchables. And honestly, this announcement did not go over well. I kind of figured it would because most people I know like Lunchables. So I kind of thought, people will just look by it or whatever. But obviously, all three of these dudes are pretty controversial at this point, and there was a lot of criticism against the product itself, notably that it is unhealthy as fuck for kids to eat stuff like this, and that it's basically just another gimmicky product that they're putting out in order to just like farm cash out of their child audiences. So a lot of this drama actually popped off when a pretty familiar face called them all out for this. DanTDM, the Minecraft legend himself, popped out with a tweet that now has over 42 million views as of the time of me recording this, and it has over 500,000 likes. People are basically really, I think, becoming aware of this whole Lunchly thing, a lot of it because of this whole post right here. But he says, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better," okay? Now, each three of KSI, MrBeast, and Logan Paul had a response, I guess, to this entire thing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, not a single one of these responses was taken well in the slightest. So, first, I just want to kind of address the main criticism I've seen a lot of people have for what DanTDM said here. Now, the main criticism I've seen is mostly people just, like, posting DanTDM's own merchandise, like plushies or shirts or whatever that he's done over the years. Now, I really don't think that this is the same thing, okay? Because DanTDM, I mean, sure, he's selling this merchandise to make money. That's what any YouTuber would do. But he's not selling an unhealthy product that is probably inferior to all of the market products that it's supposedly competing against, and doing it for the sake of basically marketing and selling the other products. Because that's the thing about Lunchly here is, like, I don't know, for instance, let's say you get the little pizza kit or whatever, right? You're gonna get your fucking pepperoni pizza or whatever. Then you're gonna get a Feastables chocolate bar, and then you're gonna get a prime drink to go with it, right? So it is kind of the same thing, but it is also different at the same time. Like, yeah, selling a $25 shirt or whatever in comparison to selling like a food product, you're kind of in a different realm at this point. I mean, I get what people are trying to say, like, oh, DanTDM makes money off of his fans too, but I really don't see it as the same thing just because of, like, what exactly the products are. I mean, no kid is going to eat the plushie and become unhealthier. I think that's the point everyone's really making, is like, this is a product that is ultra processed, it's full of garbage food, there's really no actual good nutritional value, no fruits, vegetables, whatever. It's just basically them trying to rip off another ultra processed food product out there that is probably also too unhealthy for children. So anyway, each of these three had their own response to DanTDM's point, because truthfully, the vast majority of people sided with Dan on this, because whether or not they like the people involved in Lunchly or whether they see it as just a bad product, personally, I'm not probably going to be eating any Lunchlys. It's just not really in my fucking wheelhouse, I guess, to want to reach for a Lunchly. If I'm hungry, I'll just make a sandwich or something. But Logan Paul responded with a tweet that says, "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We've spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans designs for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version, you're upset? Then don't eat it. Now, this didn't go over well at all. This one has 40 million views and has like a 50th basically of the likes. But personally, I think this was just a terrible cop-out response, and at the same time, it's hypocritical. And you'll probably already see the community note from the screenshot, but it's not like Logan Paul and Prime, his beverage company, haven't been hit with accusations of containing lead. In fact, they've had lawsuits filed from 3 separate occasions, the third one being in late March of this year. And basically, they've been exposed for containing lead in their own beverages. So if you're gonna, come out here and you're gonna be like, oh, well, Lunchables has lead in it, we're making the better product. And then the drink you're putting in your fucking Lunchly competitor or whatever has also had lead in it several different times according to lawsuits. It's a terrible fucking look. Now, why didn't Logan Paul mention this? Because obviously if he comes out and says, oh yeah, well our beverage also has lead, but that's not the point, then he looks not only like a fucking idiot, but then he has to also admit fault. And so, obviously, when you're facing these lawsuits and shit, you probably just shouldn't comment on it. I don't know if he knew people were going to bring that up. I'd have to assume, right? Like, there's no way he thought people just forgot about that. But I'll tell you, like, I'm a YouTuber, obviously, and, I sell merchandise, I sell products. Like, now I have phone cases, I've got fucking laptop sleeves, the mouse pads have been sold for years. I have a book, you know what I mean? Like, I've definitely done things and earned money through merchandise as well. Now, the reason why I stick to products like mouse pads, laptop sleeves and whatnot, for instance, like I tried coffee a long time ago, didn't really go well, didn't want to keep that up, is because you lose so much control over the product, right? Like when I'm just selling people a really nice mouse pad or I'm selling them a really durable phone case or laptop sleeve or whatever, obviously they get utility out of that. I mean, like I've had an Optimus mouse pad now for 3 years. I just got a new one this year with the new designs. Like you have that for years upon years, and it costs probably what like 3 weeks worth of Lunchleys are going to cost somebody. Like, yeah, I understand like wanting to branch out and make merchandise or whatever and like build your business element of things, but there's just different ways to go about it that are actually good and make sense and provide more utility. And then there's ways where it's just like I said, I think that this product is not only just like a marketing scheme, but it's just a way for all of these guys to combine their products they already had. Like it's hardly a new product at all. That's the thing. I mean, they're just basically taking the concept of a Lunchable, which by the way, they act like there's no competition, but you can go to Walmart and get like the Great Value brand Lunchable for cheaper than an actual Lunchable. So there is like very established market competition, but also like it's having all these concerns with health problems and whatnot, right? So KSI responded with like a picture of DanTDM's like Minecraft toys and stuff and was just like, looks like crap to me. But like he posted a picture of DanTDM's U2s, and as the comments and community note on this also shows, KSI has worked with U2s as well. And not only that, but the CEO of U2s also apparently got his start by managing the Sidemen, which KSI is involved in, and was even an executive producer on their YouTube Red show back in the day when that was a thing. So he's like, oh, this shit looks like crap to me, brah, but it's like, this is your boy, in the second image, this is your man. Then he tried to follow up with this, I guess, sponsorship that DanTDM did like 10 fucking years ago or something, right? He did a one-off sponsorship about this product called Munch Pack, which is just like a monthly snack subscription. But I think anyone in their right mind like can see the clear and concise difference between doing like one sponsorship talking about a monthly subscription for candy bars and chip bags, right? And then just like full out coming out with an unhealthy ass food product that you're mass marketing to children and you're like actively working on a daily basis. I mean, it would make a lot more sense, this criticism, if like DanTDM had spent fucking 10 years doing daily sponsorships for this company or like was a fucking owner or founder, but that's not the case. So his involvement in this shit is like 1% of what yours is. So he's just kind of like just pointing at examples here that really don't work, and people just constantly called him out for it. I mean, he got community noted. The comments were just torching him, right? I don't know. It just really kind of seems like cope, if we're being honest here. And then, of course, MrBeast responded. And it's funny because MrBeast responded to this situation, but he's not responded to really any of the other controversies going on around him. And of course, that was the first thing everybody noted in his response. So, Lunchable sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes, We use real cheese, they use cheese product, they can't call it cheese, higher quality meat, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good IMO, and why we launched Lunchly. Also, as we get economies of scale and can get things cheaper, we will only be improving the product more and more. Now, of course, I think this is probably the best of the three responses. He actually tried to bring up numbers and kind of address the concerns that people have, right? But I mean, when you're being accused of all of the other insane shit that the MrBeast brand has been getting accused of over the last couple months, and you have nothing to say about any of that, but then you hop out of the fucking woodworks to fist fight over children's lunch meals, right? I mean, obviously people didn't take it seriously, they didn't take anything he said seriously at all. Now, the thing here I don't like is it just they phrase shit like more electrolytes, right? I mean, what does that really mean? Because it's not like electrolytes are just one thing, right? There's multiple different types of electrolytes. Where is the proof? 80 less calories, 60% less sugar. I'd like to see the actual label for the product, right? Like the guidelines from the Food Administration that make you fucking list hey, this has 40 grams of this, 80 grams, I want to see that. If you're going to make the claim, higher quality food and whatnot, let's see the proof, okay? I mean, it's easy to just come to social media and be like, oh, this is what we're doing, but I mean, I'm just going to be real with you here too. I'm not totally sold on the whole, better product. We're doing better product here because I've eaten the MrBeast Feastable chocolate bars before, right? I had the normal milk chocolate one and I had the one with the almonds in it or whatever. I'm not going to say it was horrible, but I mean, it definitely wasn't the best chocolate you could buy, right? And that's the whole point of their marketing for that is, we're using the best sourced chocolate possible. This is good shit. We're using real ingredients. And it just is overly expensive for what you get, and it's not as good as it should be. I mean, let's just be real. So when he comes out we're making the better product here, I mean, it just immediately makes me think of that, right? It's easy to say that, we're making a better product, but ultimately your competitor is a company that has been doing this for fucking decades, right? They've been really on this. So I don't know. It just seems like it's a little bit over-promising for the potential of under-delivering. People just don't really seem to be buying this shit at all, man. It's kind of insane that the controversy around this actually got as big as it did. But basically, that's the way everything's gone. I mean, like I said, for me personally, am I gonna be fucking going out to Walmart and buying up Lunchlies to stock the fridge with? Almost certainly not, man. I just don't see it. Like I said, a Lunchable is okay every once in a while, but it's really not some shit I'm trying to eat every day. It's not really not only that good to eat every day, but I mean, it's just fucking terrible for you. And for the quantity of food you're gonna get, you might as well just eat something else, if I'm being honest. I don't know, man. Overall, it just seems like a kind of unnecessary product, and people seem to be pointing that out. I don't know. The response to this by the people involved just was not good at all. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, talking about the new Lunchly meal coming out and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs. For $10 a month, you get access to loads of exclusive videos and archived live streams, my members only Minecraft server where you can possibly appear in gameplay, early access to all new uploads, an invitation to the private Discord, and much more.